Welcome you lovely people to another video, and when life gives you lemons you go GT3 racing at Le Mans. So as we're warming up our tyres, getting ready to go green momentarily. Strength field for this one is 2.7k. We qualified in P16 because we messed up qualifying and did not set a lap, so it put us in P16 right down the order. So right now we're going to lose our rating, which, you know, it comes and goes, so we just take it as it comes. But we are going to try and see if we can capitalize on mistakes and get a clean race. That's the ideal right now, as people are still weaving around, braking hard. It's going to be tricky to get through these final corners without issue. Okay, green flag, let's go. Tires are cold. Try and maintain a nice steady pace at the beginning. Lift off of this corner because it's a little tricky on cold tires. Right, coming in a little tentative into that first corner. Very easy to get slowdowns and off tracks on this track at Le Mans. Slowdowns especially. So we're going to take a little handy on the cold tires right now. Pace in practice, we got down to a low 3 minutes. Sorry, a low 3 minutes. I think it was a 54 we did. 354.1. We've immediately gained 2 positions off the start. Not exactly sure how that happened. Looked like maybe a couple people were out of position. Somebody's definitely got to slow down. So hopefully that will be another position. Very easy to get a slow down before you get onto the start of this straight. Also very easy to get slowdowns coming through here as the car is already out. It's giving this number 18 a little bit of space on exit. Got another car going slow, perhaps he's got to slow down. We're catching the 18 up in front. He's going defensive by the looks of it. Got a car catching us from behind. Lock off any move, think about any move. Give him space on the right side. Very, very generous to us. Hopefully we don't spin out here. He was very generous there. We were able to get that position and that move done around the outside. He complied a lot with us there on cold tires. I was a bit worried about collecting him on the apex, which is why I'm going to go a little defensive here now, momentarily. Did not get the best run through that corner. A little slow off the apex. But yeah, that's why I ran a little wide out of that chicane, second chicane on the Mulsanne. But right now we're up to P10. Somehow we're up to P10. A couple of fast cars behind us. I can see them in my mirror. We're still on cold tires, so we're going to have to be a little cautious. We're going to have to go a little defensive. He should back out of it. Take a little dab of brake coming into this corner. The car did not like my braking there. Going defensive again. Going to give us a little bit of a compromise line. Alright, let's not worry too much about the people behind. Concentrate on our own driving, try to catch up to Ned up in front. Very easy to go through here and spin on cold tires. Don't normally do a dab of brake there, but with the cold tires I just want to be safe. Just a little bit of a dab through that left-hander. going to be about a 6-lap race. We've completed lap number 1. We're up to P10. There's a couple of cars up in front that we could potentially catch up to, and they could potentially battle, which will slow them down. That might be a slowdown. There it is. Trying not to serve this on the racing line. So we lost the position because I got the slowdown. That was inevitable. Silly mistake. The car just did not feel comfortable. Silly mistake. But tried to serve it without impeding people too much. I always hate when people serve it on the racing line, so we got off the racing line as best we could. Ariel came in hot there. But she got a good run out. We now slipstream, and Ned is about 2 seconds up the road, so just keeping it in the middle. We're going to go left. Passed her in the same chicane again. Alright, Ned is about 2.4 seconds up the road. Bruno is a little bit further up the road, with Raphael a little bit further up as well. Right now, it would most definitely take a top 10, given where we qualified. Is that going to be a slowdown? No. Okay, good. A couple of those corners like that one there is very easy to get a slowdown. And it's very frustrating because you lose a ton of time. I know it comes up and it says like 1.1 seconds you have to give back or whatever it is, but generally speaking it doesn't work out that way. You do lose a lot more time than that. Again, a little jab, just being cautious. This is a corner I find difficult. And this one also. I can be quick around here. I can do 3-minute 54s, 3-minute 55s reasonably consistently, but there's just a couple of corners like those last two where I just really struggle to hook up. Gap to Ned out in front is 2 seconds now, so we're gaining a little bit on him. I do like the Porsche curves. The car is just on the edge of grip. Don't like the left-hander coming up. Always struggle with it also. Okay, that was better. Gap now is 1.4. We gained about a half a second to Ned up in front. Just through the Porsche curves. Just our commitment was better. Okay, so what's our lap time now? 57.7. Okay. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it's okay. Still don't have the confidence to fully go through this corner flat out. Let's not get a slowdown this time. Or spin the car, because the car really wanted to spin there. Okay, we're up by about 0.4 of a second on this lap already. We should gain time, because we won't have the slowdown. So we should be aiming for a 3:56 right now. Ned is 1.3 seconds up the road. We do not have slipstream right now. Maybe the next lap. He does not have slipstream, it looks like, to Bruno. Maybe he's just on the cusp of it. But right now, We're all kind of a bit on a stalemate right now. Tires are definitely feeling a lot better now. We've got a bit of a gap to Carlos behind. There must have been an incident with Ariel, because she has dropped back massively. I can't even see her on my relative or standings anymore. We look like we're pretty much up, unless that time might not be counting because of the off track. With the slowdown, might not be 2 seconds faster than, but it definitely feels a little quicker. Our tires definitely feel a little better, although we seem to be losing a little bit of time to Ned up in front. Thank you, spotter. There's a group of cars just up in front. If we can start catching them, or if they can start fighting, we'll definitely catch them. But the gap looks like it might be increasing ever so slightly to Ned. Just a tenth of a second here and there. Let's see how we get on through this corner. How's the tires? Okay, no dab of breakthrough there. Probably was a bit slower just because it felt a little slower. Hard to tell, but it looks like we are gaining time. Ned up in front, maybe a quarter of a second. But talking about that intro, when life gives you lemons, I'm very happy to drive Le Mans. I really like Le Mans. I'm not always the fastest around here, but I do enjoy the track itself. But it has been a particularly difficult few weeks, few months, both family health as well as work and everything. So very much welcome racing right now as a very much a welcome distraction. There we go. That felt a little better. Didn't have to dab the brake through that corner. Gap is down to about a second now. .53.3 is a very quick time. What's our time? 56.4. Okay. Oh, we got a spinner. That's going to be another position. I'll take anything I can get right now. Gap to Ned is about 1.2 to stabilize it. It seems like he's better in the first kind of, or we're kind of equal, I think, in the first sector, and then the second and third we're kind of, he's maybe a bit quicker, and then by the time we get to the Porsche curves, I think I'm a bit quicker. Gap is 1.1 now. Maybe we can be a bit more aggressive and start catching up. That might be a slowdown. I think we just narrowly missed out on a slowdown there. Probably pushed the accelerator a little bit early, which made me run wide. But yeah, life has been tough the past few weeks. I know a lot of you can relate at times, so again, very happy to be racing as a welcome distraction. Okay, we've got two cars up in front, Ned and Raphael. We seem to be kind of pacing around the same times. There's about a second between me and Ned, and a second between Ned and Raphael. Not sure exactly how many laps this race is going to be. I thought it would be 5. The Race Labs overlay says it might be 6, but I've got a feeling it might only be 5. I think we're on lap 4 right now. Oh, we didn't quite get the brakes there. Yeah, you can tell we're losing time now to Ned. I kind of started trail braking a little bit too much too quickly, and then I think I also maybe hit the ABS on the way in. He's tantalizingly close though. And we are definitely faster than he is through the Porsche curves. Come on, get a slow down. Oh, we're right on his tail. A nice run. Okay, so somehow we made that move stick. Ooh, the heart rate spiked there for a moment. Definitely not last lap. So we got one more lap after this. Very easy to get a slowdown in that corner, so I probably braked a little too much. But I didn't want to lose the position to Ned behind after passing him by getting a slowdown. That would just be silly. But our comparative pace to Raphael out in front is about the same. He did a 3:56.1 last lap, but we did a 3:56 even, give or take. So he's got a 2-second head start, so I don't see us catching him unless he makes a mistake, which he could do. He gained a little time on that one. I had a feeling it didn't feel like I came in hot there. I just kind of took it a little bit easy. We are pulling out a gap to Ned behind a little bit. He's just under a second of a gap to him behind, so let's see if we can bring it back in P8. Definitely not going to have the pace to catch anyone out in front. They're doing 3:53s, which is just nuts. I'm going to never get near that time. Okay. Gap is 2.5 seconds out in front, about 0.9 to the car behind. And I know I'm faster than Ned behind in the Porsche curves. One more lap after this, so about a lap and a half to go. The field is definitely spreading out. Ned gained time on us there. We gain time on him on the next corner. So gap is about one second. We're losing time to Raphael out in front. So I think it's going to boil down to, on the next lap, just keeping it clean, no slowdowns, and making sure Ned behind doesn't catch us. Basically means don't take your foot off the gas. that's close to a slowdown. Nope. Right on the limit. Gained half a second to Ned behind there. Felt a little slow coming through there, and we definitely lost time to Ned behind. He gained about 0.3 of a second. You do have to be on your game. Everyone in GT3 is really on it, and you really do have to be on your game. Even on the lower splits, I was looking at some of the fast lap times, and those guys were doing 353s at like 1,000 iRating. I was just like, those guys are fast. Okay, gap to Ned behind is 1.9. Gap to Raphael in front 3.6. We did a 355.7, which is a decent lap, but Raphael did a 354.4, which is a much better lap. So, final lap. It is officially nighttime. I think we started this session in the twilight, so really, really pretty track at twilight. Ooh, back end was a little loose there. 2.2 seconds of the car behind. So anyway, as we're coming towards the end of this race, I'd love to hear how you guys have been getting on over the past few weeks. Have you been finding that racing and iRacing has helped you out in your life and keeping you calm and just in general keeping you from going a bit nuts as I have been over the last few weeks? Or have you been not racing because you've been stressed out, which also happens to me? Let me know down below. Love to hear how you guys have been getting on. And shameless plug time, as we have time. If you like this video, give it a like. If you have any comments or suggestions or tips, love to hear them down below. And if you want to see more videos, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you like this video enough and you have subscribed and you want to share it with others, it would always be greatly appreciated. Always nice to have more people around here. I love reading the comments from everyone that leaves comments, and I love getting tips and I love interacting with you guys. So yeah, if you want to leave a comment, I'll read it and I'll respond back to it, and I'd love to hear from you. Alright, coming towards the end of this lap and the end of the race. Raphael's 2.9 seconds. I think he's kind of eased off a little bit, bringing the car home. Carlos behind is 1.9 seconds. We've really just got the Porsche curves and then the final chicanes to go, so let's bring it on home. Our first off track. Nope. But we do have a slowdown which we'll have to deal with. Okay, there we go. It's going to be P8. It's a good race. I enjoyed that one. Let's see how that has affected all our ratings. So what happened in qualifying? Well, we're starting our first lap here and we're coming in around turn number 1 on cold tires. Just lose the back end and slide out and hit the wall. So because of the nature of practice on Le Mans, you come out of the pits and you come out of that first corner very tentatively. So by the time you hit it next time, your tires are up in temperature, so I'm blaming the fact that I didn't practice on cold tires. So on our second attempt, what do? The exact same thing. So to the results, this was second split. The strength of field for this one was just under 2.8k, and we go double green, plus 0.2 to our safety rating, plus 29 to our I rating. We started in P16 after not setting a qualifying lap, and we finished in P8 with a fastest lap time of 3:55.7 and 0 incident points. Very, very happy with that race. It just went very well, very smoothly. Can't complain. We were able to capitalize on a few people making some mistakes. We had a couple of good moves into the chicanes, so it was a fun race. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As I said previously in the video, leave a like if you liked the video. Love to hear from you. Leave a comment down below. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Love to have you around, and I'll see you in the next video.